Rachel from scrappinandhappy.blogspot.com with a card project. So for all of you out there who have switched to the Cameo, this video isn't necessarily for you, but those of you that are still Cricut determined and are sticking with the Cricut like I am, this project is possibly for you, but please join me either way as I show you a special wedding card that I'm making for my sister's wedding that's coming up in September. I'm trying to get ahead on all my cards before I have my baby on sometime in August. August 20th is the due date, but I guess he or she could arrive at any particular time. So the cartridge that we're using today is a wedding cartridge. It is a solutions cartridge, and there's a whole bunch of neat cuts on it. And I have quite a few different wedding ones, and I was looking for a cake that I quite liked, and so I found this one here. So I've cut it already at 4 3/4 and did the layers in a Tiffany blue color, which is my sister's wedding, and I quite like how it turned out. It has shimmer paper here, and then I used the basil dot paper for the layers on the cake. So this card size that we're making today is one of the pre-cut cards from Michaels. So it's a 5 by 6.5 card. So this first layer that we're going to use today is just 1/4 of an inch less than the original card. So it's 5 3/4 by 4 3/4. So we're going to just put that layer on first. I've run out of ATG tape, so I'm just going to use this Ad-Tech adhesive. Hopefully I don't run out of that in this video. And I'm just going to put that first layer on. Now I actually don't have a Tiffany blue layer, and I really like the look of inking, so I'm just going to actually use this green. I did it on her shower card, and just, I don't know, inking just softens everything up so nice. So I'm just going around and inking the edges. I should have probably done this before I put on the first layer, but I forgot in the essence of doing this video, so I'm doing it now. Okay, so there is the card with the shimmer. So the next layer is this shimmer paper. Now it is a Tiffany blue color, and I've already gone ahead and stamped the wedding day on there, happy wedding day. And that card stamp, because it's glitter paper, I use stays on ink to stamp it, just to make sure that it really sticks on that surface. And then the stamp is from Amy R. These are from CC Designs, or the online store All That Scraps, and they come in a rubber style set like this, and you have to just cut them out. And no, I don't work for the company. I just really like their stamps and have quite a bit of selection, especially Amy R. And turns out she's Canadian, although her stamps are sold through an American company. And this particular sentiment is called Love Always Sentiments, and there's quite a few nice wedding ones on here. So this paper comes from this stack. It's called Isabella, and it's called the Premium 6x6 paper pad, and I fell in love with it when I actually found it at HomeSense. And HomeSense, for you Americans that are watching, is similar to TJ Maxx, TJ Maxx, except it's all more house items, whereas TJ Maxx has clothing too. But anyways, it's a discount store, and this paper pack was only $3.99, so I've gotten quite a great use out of it. And so it has quite a few papers, and I fell in love with it because I immediately saw these colors that would work very well for my sister's wedding, and I knew I had to make a couple shower cards. And what's really neat is the paper near the back that isn't glitter is double-sided, so it gives you a whole bunch more opportunities. So I've used quite a bit of it already, and seem to keep using it for other cards as well. I'm just on this color tone kick, so instead of grabbing something else from my stash, I keep using it. However, for my sister's card, I wanted to make sure that I stuck with this color palette that matches her card. So I'm going to do the next layer. So this is again 1/4 of an inch less than the second layer. So this one measures 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Pretty well, maybe just a slightly bigger than 5 1/2. So I'll stick that down on there. And then the cake, I put all these little pop dots on it because I just think it makes the card look a little bit more special. And since it's not going in the mail, it doesn't matter about having an extra height. However, we did learn from making her wedding invitations that it's important not to put, here in Canada anyways, anything that's going to add even a slight height, because it can substantially increase the cost of the mailing of the card. So keep that in mind when you are making cards to mail, because her wedding invitation almost didn't pass the test that's required to make it through without paying a whole lot more for the card. So I'm just going to center that on there like that. Actually, I'm going to lower it a little bit. And there is the completed wedding card. Now this particular stamp set has quite a few different inside sentiments, but I'm not sure any of them really work for me giving the card to them. So I don't think I'll use that one, but this particular stamp set called Wedding Sentiments, also from Amy R. Once in a while, right in the middle of an order in their life, gives us a fairy tale, so I think I'm going to use that for the center of the card. That's the only thing that I don't have a lot of, is sentiments that you can stamp and put into the middle of your card, and I think it's something that makes your card look a little bit more finished. So get that centered as best as I can, and then I am going to not use Stays On this time, because Stays On isn't that good on your Memento inks, so on rubber stamps, because it's harder to get off if you Stays On, and it can stick on and stay on. So I prefer Memento for rubber stamps, except I didn't use it, as I said, for this one here, because I really wanted to make sure that it stayed on. So I'm just going to carefully open this up. And just stamp that in the middle. And there is the completed card. Using my Cricut, and it's pretty simple, but the glitter and the shimmer paper really makes it that much more special looking. Thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Let's Get Crafty, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.